Ladies and gentlemen, this evening I have the privilege and delight to be speaking with the utmost himself, Dane Gulston. How are you, Dane?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm still here in sweet tea and tea, doing a lot of stuff. I think after COVID, to be honest with you, with some of the downfalls, we had some up. When I say up in terms of doing things a little more than even before COVID, um, before in terms of a lot of shows. So I'm here. I'm on the verge of coming to the US, all right, to do some other stuff. So it's always a pleasure to play for our people and the people of the world, if you want to call that.
Well, you certainly bring your magnetism and your energy and personality to your performances. And I know as you head here to Washington, D.C., the DMV, we're looking forward to that. And the excitement is already building up. And it's going to be an evening of fantastic music with yourself and your guest. You're having a guest to also at the show, Wentworth Richardson.
Yes.
And so what can we expect that you guys might do for us that evening?
Well, I mean, just for now, in terms of firstly, in fact, talking about myself, you see the energy, the build-up, you could only expect one thing, just making sure that I please the audience.
Yeah.
And please the crowd, some surprises also, and keeping that energy, the whole vibe in terms of even, remember by August 11th, we're going to have even called the world understanding what steel pan and steel band is all about. World Pan Day, right? So we really want to kind of bring that energy there, for you guys to understand. Some of the people who are new to it, some of the people who are accustomed to it, but not maybe accustomed to me, all right? I mean, Wentworth is actually from Front Player in Trinidad, the south side of Trinidad. I should say the southern side of Trinidad. And he's also an exciting player. And that's one of the reasons too that and he's a personal friend of mine, I choose to, also to ask Wentworth to be part of the cast. Because when it comes to the steel pan, I mean, everybody have the vibe, everybody have their flavor, but that energy, you need it to bring it right. So, so that is what you will definitely get, a night of class and a night of spectacular, vibe and playing, excellence. So and we always happy to entertain. And it's not just saying that, it could be 2, 5, 200, 100, 10 people, one person, entertain whoever is there, because we do stuff in different times for different kind of events, and I know that's a club, and it's just kind of new vibe to, and having pan. We are definitely, I'm happy to be one of the persons, coming from Trinidad, and I don't know how much players actually living in Trinidad like myself, or prominent like myself, actually perform there, So it's, for me, it's an honor.
Well, it's good. It definitely is going to be a premier inaugural pan performance at this club. It's actually a occurrence of a former club that was very popular, and the owner, who happens to be Jamaican, so it's very Caribbean,
very nice.
and was part of the first iteration of Crossroads, is now reintroducing community and Caribbeanness to the Maryland area. So this is a welcome opportunity. As you mentioned, just briefly, tell us a little bit about the August 11th Pan Day that you mentioned. I'm intrigued.
Well, I mean, that was actually started by a guy by the name of Mr. Gittins, all right, Bertil Gittins, and he always had that if you want to call that vision that because the steel pan is so wide and far all over the world. Yeah. All right, you could name it from Europe, Japan to the United States, to Canada, Germany, Europe. And he's one of the persons who more or less kind of push for that particular day. So we had started it in Trinidad, all right, I think in 2020, let's see, maybe like 22, 20, somewhere there, like maybe like 2020, right? And what happened is, I think his glow and his vision came to pass totally. I think, the United States of America, just a couple weeks ago, they had maybe like a week or two ago, actually, they actually sanctioned that day, that World Pan Day, all right, August 11, because of the sticks, right, the 11, yes. 2, all right, 1 and 1, all right. So it will be memorable in terms of what it stands for. I will be doing some stuff in New York. As I said, I leave for New York coming up this week here, just before that particular day, to join some of our players in New York City, as they are now doing some stuff billing for the Panorama and Labor Day celebrations. All right. So I'm just saying that, and we're going to do something at Times Square, right, under the umbrella of the consulate of Trinidad and Tobago and the consulate there in the US. So that day it will be memorable day in terms of the starting of a new dawn, if you want to call it, and people understanding what Trinidad and Tobago, and not only Trinidad and Tobago, but the Caribbean have to offer, when it comes to our art form, and especially coming from Trinidad as our national instrument, all right, touching the world, and it's very, very serious and happy day for the pan fraternity.
Well, it's so good to know that you're sharing this with the community, because not only is it that we're going to, have your special presence here, but to know that that the exposure of the instrument that has now become world recognized, and we're seeing it, popping up in all parts of the world, far and wide, and yes, to keep its authenticity, birthing in Trinidad and Tobago with performers like yourself and those who are in the art form is truly commendable. So it's so good to know. And to our listening audience, August 11th, correct?
Yes.
Is going to be celebrated as World Pan Day.
Yeah. And
great.
It's seriously will be a happy day, as I said, for our pan community, and just sharing it with the world, because you have a lot of very nice players coming out from New York, from the Caribbean, Barbados. We have some players from Jamaica and all, we have some very skillful players coming out of Japan, Germany, especially Japan. We have players come to Trinidad all the time to play for Panorama. So celebrating it because they are already respecting it in a certain way, they're already doing it at a certain level. So it's nice for them and all to see exactly, they picked up something coming from this side of the world, all right, and have it technically as their own, and I think it's honorable, for anybody from any part of the world to adopt or your stuff coming from Trinidad and Tobago, from your country, because a lot of people even sing calypso, right? Yes. They sing the soca. We have the fanatis doing things from all over the world, and that in itself, it's honorable, because we touch every little corner, every little part of the globe, So we totally touching the world with the steel pan.
And it's amazing. And not to take too much more of your time, this is about celebrating your inaugural performance at Crossroads 2 in the DMV, District, Maryland, Virginia, on August 25th.
Yeah.
And to invite all of our audiences out there to come and experience a one-of-a-kind experience in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. So, Dane, without further ado, I just want to say thank you for taking the time tonight and to be here and to give our audience so much vibe on what's happening in the world pan community, but more importantly, to celebrate your welcome here and to encourage everyone to come out. It's going to be fantastic.
Fantastic, exactly.
It's going to be fantastic.
And I want to, thank the promoters for just putting that trust in me to come and do a fantastic
evening,
event,
yes.
A fantastic event. And then remember around this time, we more or less building up to independence of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And we know we have a lot of Trinbagonians all over the world, especially there, right, in that area. And it will always be, and it is always a pleasure to perform and give them a taste of home.
Yes.
Celebrate. And I always like to say when I get in this kind of opportunity, Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, yes, it looks very small, but we are very big when it comes to culture. You know what I mean? And especially Trinidad and Tobago, we are very diverse, place when it comes to different genres of music. So that night, you're going to get a full taste of Trinidad and Tobago, because we have all kind of different ethnic groups. So I'm just saying it's a pleasure, and thank you for just giving me the time.
No, I want to thank you even more because we coordinated this and you found a way to make it work. And it is a delight and a pleasure. And again, folks, remember, this is going to be a fantastic evening with the ultimate, the magical, the Mr. Entertainment himself, Dane Gulston at Crossroads 2, Wheaton, Maryland. Dane, thank you again.
It's been a coming from Trinidad All Stars. All right.
From Trinidad All Stars.
One of the most entertaining bands they could find.
Oh my goodness.
Right. So that's the only thing you can get. Entertainment, excitement, and there's people enjoying entertainment, coming from the Caribbean. And it's a pleasure always.
Extraordinarily awesome. Thank you again. And have a good evening.
And same to you. All right. And see you soon.
See you soon.
All right.
Season and is alive, beautiful and entertaining. Friday, August 25th, be awed by Mr. Versatile, Mr. Dynamic, world-renowned master panist, Trinidad All-Star Steel Orchestra's energetic and entertaining Dane Gulston. Friday, August 25th at 11300 Fern Street, Silver Spring, Maryland. Tickets are $35 advance, more at the door. Get your tickets online at eventbrite.com, ttadc.org, crossroads-2.com, or call 240-423-9977 or 240-833-8649. Don't miss the amazing steel pan virtuoso, Trinidad All-Stars, Dane Gulston. Friday, August 25th at 11300 Fern Street, Silver Spring, Maryland. Call for info and tickets now. 240-423-9977 or 240-833-8649.